Okay, so this is going to be TP stretch. What we were working on against the wall is what we want to accomplish right here. So I've got a little bit of a round. I want to try to get that round out to where I'm in neutral spine. It's going to kind of be the opposite when we get here. So as I'm in this position, again, if I can get my hand through, that means there's too much there. And I got this rib flare. What I want is I want to tuck my hips under me, which immediately starts putting my low back pinned to the ground. I want my low back here to be flat against the ground. So if I'm here, there's a lot of room. My shirt keeps getting away. There's a lot of room and space here. I want to bridge that out. So I want you to think again, like putting my low back into the ground. Okay? Now, if you can't do it right now, that's fine. That's what we're going to work on through all of this. So I'm going to tuck my hips under me. That should help. But then the main thing I want you to focus on in this one is, well, first of all, let's get set up. So my feet are going to be wide. If you have a mat, go to like the edge of the mat. And then I'm going to have my knees come in. Just let them fall and hang out. And think about if I had something there, if you wanted to put a mat or something there to squeeze, that would be fine too. Okay? This is the lower part, but what I really want you to focus on is the upper, the breathing. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to release psoas. Psoas is when it gets tight from sitting so much, and it causes problems, especially when we're training. So we want to relax psoas while we're strengthening. So the lower part, again, hips tucked. Okay, so my back is flat there as much as I can. My knees are in. And I will teach you the progressions of these as we go. So, my breathing, I'm going to come in my nose, out my mouth. What I want is right now my ribs are flared up, which means I've got space there. And you can feel it come up off the ground. So I'm training you to get your back, low back flat. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with our breathing. So I'm going to take a deep breath, and then I'm going to take another deep breath. I want to get as much as I can, and then I'm going to blow it out. As I blow out, my ribs compress. As my ribs compress, you can see that helps get my low back. See how my hips come up? That's because my low back is on the ground. Okay, and that's what I want. Is I don't necessarily need my hips above the ground all the way, but I definitely want my back pinned. And how I do that is I'm training myself to squeeze the air out. I'm engaging my core, my abs. I want to keep my shoulder blades against the ground. Okay, but I'm big deep breath, more. My abs are rock solid. I'm pressing down my rib cage. Okay, this is teaching us to breathe. Just sitting here, hanging out, breathing is going to help teach you to get the ribs down and engage the core. So when you sit up, or when you're standing up, instead of being out like this, but I don't want to be hunched over, which is why I want my scaps down and back. Okay? See how I got this rib flare? While keeping my scaps down and back. Now that's bracing my core. That's using my core to lock in my rib cage and my core, my abs, my transverse abdominis, all abdominal wall here. Okay? So many of us are here. We need to. So we're learning to engage our core all the time. So that is the TP stretch. You're just going to hang out there. And again, you can use your knees to come down. Basically, the progression then is I'm going to, while keeping my back flat, then raise my heels up to where my feet are now at a 90. Okay? I want to get relax and breathe to get my rib cage down. Now I'm holding. Okay? What happens is I'm going to start working this out, but if I work a foot out, and my low back comes off the ground, that's not what I want. I want to be able to stretch this foot out while maintaining my low back on the ground. So for right now, we just want to work on relaxing the psoas to where just in this position, my low back can stay flat to the ground. And a lot of that's going to have to be training you to breathe, to allow that psoas to relax, and using your rib cage down and compressing your abs and your core super tight to relax that psoas, to release your hips. When we release the hips and we continue to stay in neutral spine, we'll be able to use all the muscles appropriately. Then as we start building in our weights, our squatting, our deadlifting, our plyos, all that stuff, we'll maintain neutral spine. We'll be using all of our muscles, which then will translate to so much more power, so much more athleticism, because we're using all of them appropriately. There's no weak links in the kinetic chain. TP stretch.